Good morning. Hello, Megan here. I thought I'd talk about addictions, people on addictions and helping, and I've helped a lot of people across on my spiritual path with addictions. All right, so let's get started on the basics. All right, it's your subconscious and conscious. All right, and what it's literally doing is, let's just say your subconscious is a female and your conscious is a male. All right, let's put it like this, or vice versa, whatever sex you are, it's just vice versa. It's just making it easier. Let's say your female half is back in the kitchen of your brain, cooking and keeping these issues warm on the stove, and then she's trying to keep them warm so when you come back, you can discuss it and get rid of it and whatever not. But the whole thing is she's concentrating on keeping it warm and not burning the house down. Every once in a while she's gonna freak out. I can't handle this. I can't handle this. And then you'll come back and you'll say, look, I don't want to deal with what's in those pots, man. Uh, let's just do the substance and we'll calm down and we'll both get through this day and we'll get it done. Um, and that's what's going on in your brain, literally. So this is what you need to do. All right, this is what's going to help you. Inner child work. It's amazing from when you were little to now of what you picked up. All right. So you want to start with your inner child work. All right, and doing that. You know exactly what you went through. Just doing those inner child work and healing that. That's the first thing you need to do. And there's the inner teen work. All right, doing that stuff that happened with your peers. The traumas that you hold on to. You need to let go of that. Know that the person that was involved with you at that time did the best that he could with the knowledge that they had at that time. And you did the best that you could with the knowledge that you had at that time. You didn't know how to, it didn't, you guys couldn't handle the situation because you didn't know any better. So it's forgiving them and forgiving yourself. Alright. It's also past relationships, past things that you hold on to that made you feel love withheld, or any of those, any of those traumatizing things. Is letting those go, forgiving that person, and forgiving yourself. That's another thing that will help you through it. Which, if you do this work, it doesn't take very long to do, and it's the most loving thing you can do. Is your mental and emotional need to be loved and take care of, so that way the physical. Because if you don't take care of your mental and emotional, first of all, it hurts your physical. And if you don't take care of your emotional and mental, you start reaching out and numbing these things because you don't want to deal. It's like you picked up this basket of rocks, and right from childhood, and you've been adding to the traumas on top of the traumas, just adding it, and you're just literally in and out right now. You're just carrying all this, and so when you get in a relationship in the now, or something presents itself that triggers those memories in you, that's when you're gonna say, "Look, I want to numb myself. I don't want to deal." Anxiety starts happening. You just want to numb yourself. And the best thing I can tell you, and it's helped a lot of people. I've helped a woman off of heroin for 8 years. I literally did do that, and I told her to do this work. Um, she got through, and she's now doing fine, and she did it within 2 weeks. All right. So what I'm trying to say is there's meditations online, uh, for inner child work. All right, it helps immensely. Um, and each time you do it, you feel much better. It's like you let it go. You threw that rock out of the basket. Inner teen work. There's stuff online too. It just all you need is guided meditations through my inner teen, guided meditations through my past relationships. Um, they're there, and there's a whole bunch on YouTube. A lot of people make them just for this reason, and most people don't know about them and how they do actually help, and how it really works. A lot of people do this, and it's a blessed thing that they do this. It's just nobody knows about this stuff. Nobody even looked at this stuff. I mean, there's some talented people that know how to help you let go of these anxiety, these hurts, these pains. And so that way you stop. Because literally, when you're doing these substances, you're bringing in the past into the now. And that's causing you to get high anxiety or feel that pain body. And that's when you just don't want to feel anymore. And that's when you grab the substances. But by doing this work, you're going to clear a lot of stuff up right then and there. All right? And you're going to feel 10 times better. Uh, we all have addictions. We all did things uh, that weren't very healthy to our vessel. There is no judgment. It's just a lesson that we're learned. And now I think we've learned that it just is no good for us, and we need to do this work. This work clearly helps a lot of people. It's not hard. It's basically you get in a room by yourself, you put some earphones on, you put the meditation on, and it will walk you through step by step of what you need to do to clear this stuff away. And pretty soon, you're going to look at this and say, well, what the heck? I don't need this stuff anymore. Throw it to the side because you know you love yourself unconditionally now. You love yourself, you love your emotional, you love your mental, and you love your physical, and you love yourself way too much. Life is too precious for that stuff. All right? And it's literally doing that work and feeling good about yourself. All right? And don't miscount anybody. Look, I've been on the spiritual path for quite some time. All right? And I just recently figured out that, well, I'm a vegan, strict vegan. All right, so I don't believe in chemicals. All right. So I thought I was doing the absolutely good thing in doing agave syrup, which is natural. But my friend who came into my life recently said, you might want to look at that and how that's processed, Miss Megan. And so I did. I looked into it, and she was absolutely right. There's fructose. They put fructose in natural agave sugar. I was just like, oh, that's insane. But what I had to do was look in my past. I did some shadow work for this incident, which helped me, or why I'm reaching out for the sugar addiction, and it helped me on that, you know. I did the shadow work, and I understood why I was reaching out for the sugar and why, and it made sense within I don't know 5 minutes after the meditation. I felt really good. I felt like I was charged and I could handle it, and I'm doing fine. I'm doing fabulous. I'm not doing sugars anymore. I love myself way too much. If it's not going to serve me, I don't want to do it. It's just we all have these addictions. We all have these things, and it's literally about doing the work and letting all these go that no longer serve the vessel, the mental, or the emotional. These things are not good for us. We have to keep the chakras in line. The mental, the emotional, and the physical body has to be good for this to function, to learn our lessons through the day. Now, those past relations that I'm asking you to look at to help you cut out those addictions. The wrapping paper is not always pretty, all right? Don't be intimidated by the wrapping paper. Don't be scared by the wrapping paper because they actually have something beautiful to tell you, something to share a light with you, to share something knowledge with you, that a loving knowledge is they're telling you how to unconditionally love yourself. You'll see this once you start doing this work. So don't be intimidated by the wrapping paper. All right, it's very beautiful once you come to understand it. But doing this work, it's not going to look so pretty. I mean, most people say, I really don't want to deal with what's in that pot. But that's the most loving thing you can do is sit down and look in that pot and get rid of this because you don't want to hold this basket of rocks on your path and just keep adding and adding and adding because that's what you've been doing. And it's not serving you to do this because it's making you pick up, it's making you use, and it's not a very loving thing, and you know it. And this is why I'm reaching out to tell you that this work is very simple. Look, I've healed a lot of people off of substances just doing this work, and it's not hard. It's very loving. It's very easy. It's just, you know, you do this yourself. It's just a self thing. So you won't, even when the people that are on the opiates, you won't have to do the Suboxone. You won't have to do the oh the other stuff that the man puts on. You won't have the methadone program. You won't have to do that because literally, when the people are on that program, they might cut the scripts and they go back out because they're still bringing that pain body. And when you're on the Suboxone and all that, you're not doing that work as well. So what they cut the scripts, you're going to go back out. The one key thing is doing that inner child work, doing that inner teen work, doing past relationships, all the traumas, forgiving that for yourself and forgiving that person and letting it go. You're not going to need anything but you. You're not going to need anything but you and loving yourself. I swear. It's helped a lot of people out. And I know it will help you if you give it a chance and try it. Um, it's literally done a lot of good. And I've helped a lot of people off just a simple cigarette. Um, or alcohol. I've helped people off of alcohol as well with this. It's very simple. It's very easy to do. And it's the most loving thing you can do for yourself. It's about, spiritual path is about healing. It's about healing all this trauma, all this stuff. And literally when you're healing it, believe me, when you start doing this, you're on the spiritual path of healing. And it continues just like you know, I've been on a spiritual path. That sugar came into my awareness and was like, all right. Um, yes, we got to look at this. Um, but like I said, it's the inner child work. There's all kinds of meditations on for it, and you'll just start feeling better. It's like, the inner teen work, you'll feel better. And those past relationships, when you stop bringing them into the now, is when you'll be at peace. You'll be, I don't need anything. I'm happy and joyous right now. Once you forgive the past and let it go, you don't bring it into the now. Those are past lessons. You don't need it. Anything that happens as a now is lessons that you're in the now. Those are lessons you need to do. But these past lessons, um, you need to let them go. They no longer serve. They taught you what you needed to learn at that time, but now it's in the past. So, and that's what you do with the inner child and the inner teen work and those past relationships. You'll find it works for you. Um, and there's just a lot of help out there on YouTube. Just on those guided meditations that really help. You can also do it, bringing your inner child out in a room and talking. Just being by yourself and doing it that way, doing yourself therapy. There's a lot of different ways, but I find it that those guided meditations, um, the child and the teen guided meditations helped a lot of people out immensely, and it made it easy for them. And they said, "Oh, geez, that really helped me," and they said thank you. And that's like, no, I just love you like myself. I want you to see thrive because you are me, and we all have these addictions. We all can get rid of these addictions, and it's just by doing the simple work, and it's worked for a lot of people. And I just want to reach out and throw that out. So anybody's addicted to any substance, this is really, literally going to help you. This is really unconditionally loving yourself, knowing that I am perfect and whole as I am. And I am love, and I deserve love, and I'm just beautiful the way that I am. All right? And that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. And I love you guys, and I hope you have a great and wonderful day. And